Is that good with the glasses on the heads?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it good with the glasses? It's good with the glasses on the heads.
You could just be however you want to be. We're fucked.
Is that the way you have to begin?
Yeah,
It's,
we're fucked. We're more fucked than we've been in a really, really long time. Because we lost our performance spot on Wednesday. Well, we don't have anywhere else to perform, here or in Europe. So we have to leave.
one of the things that we've touched on a lot is that the nature of the world has changed in regards to music. People are getting free music, and very few people are really interested in anything original. And in regards to our own selves, that makes for fairly little interest in what we do. We're doing well compared to most people who would be in this situation, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the things you kept talking about was that you're stupid, and that's not really where the issue is for us right now. The issue is a issue of courageousness.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel brave anymore.
There's an immense fear because too many bad things have happened recently. So it's really hard to step out and trust when you're getting beaten around. I think most people would understand that. I think most people, when faced with being buffeted around, it's kind of difficult to go back outside of the house when the winds are blowing really hard.
Well, getting robbed in Bologna. I mean, we decided to go to a new city 2 months ago, and the only thing we accomplished was getting robbed of all of our euros.
Yeah.
So why go out and try again if that's all that's going to happen? It's almost like the world is telling us to give up.
I think the world is probably doing that. But
It's going like this. It's going like this.
It's more
Can you take
neutral
this?
than that.
Can you take this?
Yes.
Well, what about this? What about that? Break your nose. What about break your heart? Break your arms and hands and fingers.
Are you hitting me?
It's just an example.
Well, the thing is that as we peruse the music industry and we see what it is. I mean, I don't listen to music. You do.
Mm-hmm. I love
I don't listen. Yeah, I don't listen to music. There's barely any music I want to listen to. The only music that I do listen to is myself and you. Why would somebody want to spend money on something when they can get it free?
Yeah. Well, people take the same thing when we perform in public.
Yeah. Why would they give us money if they can film us free and take all
Take
of our
picture,
music?
video, anything they want. I mean, basically the way musicians don't have anywhere to survive anymore.
That's what we're trying to face and deal with. Is it true that musicians, and we're speaking specifically of independent musicians, we're not talking about musicians who are slaves of a corporate production
And
company.
famous.
We're talking about people who really are living their life as musicians and are living their bliss in creating music.
Mm-hmm.
And are not extremely well known, but are struggling and doing their best to survive and create. And I think all of us are really in trouble.
Yeah.
And I think that means you all are in trouble.
Well, any young people who are pursuing, anybody who is a young person now who says that they want to pursue music, there's absolutely no pathway for a musician to actually make a living anymore. When I was a kid, there was. I was born in the 80s. When Thoth was young in the 50s, right? There were lots of openings for music.
Well, when Michael and I were playing together, it was a wild scene.
If we had been together with Michael and Ron and a band with you and me back in the 80s,
yeah, it would have been, but that was Cirque du Soleil coming up.
we would be famous
and
now.
Stomp was coming up too.
Stomp and Blue Man Group and Cirque du Soleil and
Everything was ready, and then things
Phantom of the
went,
Opera.
Just took a nosedive.
It all just went out the window. And
So it's interesting to be in this position.
And our music really isn't for this time, I think, because there is nowhere for us to do it anymore. I mean, we barely had anywhere to do it in the first place.
Yeah. Well, also, if people recognize we do it very specifically acoustically because of the overtones of our voices, which are very in tune with each other, and so when you put that into amplification electricity, it kind of zaps it out in ways that can be a little bit disturbing. And so everything's retrofitted for electricity now.
And we're not. We refuse to do that because we believe in the
But that is one of the things that I was wondering. I mean, maybe this is one of the things we need to talk to your father about. How do we get together a rig to do it that way? Can we do that? Can we do it that way? And in actuality, we've been thrown out of every spot.
Now it's every single spot we've ever performed in public. We've been thrown out of.
Hassled, thrown out.
Hassled, harassed,
threatened to have our instruments stolen.
Every single place. New York.
By police. I don't understand police stealing things like that.
Why? And why when people enjoy what we do?
Yeah, if we had one person who loved us as much as this woman hates us, we would actually be doing quite well in life.
They would be doing incredibly well, but
it seems to me that people exert themselves towards their hateful things much more than they do towards love. I mean, somebody loves something and they go, "Oh, I love that," but they don't act very strongly that way unless they want to have sex. Whereas somebody hates something and it's like they do everything they can. Like this woman called the police. She probably was calling the police like over and over again
every single day. Until they came.
And nobody was calling the police and saying, "We love them," over and over and over. So what is going on with that? That's a very big imbalance.
Nobody is going to call anybody and say, "We love them, we love them, we love them."
Or we loved them.
Yeah, no matter how much they did. No matter how much they claimed to, because we did have a lot of people, businesses.
Who claimed to like us.
Gardenia, Sacramento, the guards, they all claimed.
They stopped short of action.
Yeah, but and that is.
Which is mostly the case in life.
That's how it is. Most people say, "I really love you, but I'm never going to help you if you ever got in trouble."
But they don't say that. They just don't. It's like I really love you, and then they turn around and go and sit in the lake. I really love the lake, and I'm going to sit in the lake. I love you too. Oh, sorry you lost your spot. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
But it's interesting also. The level of lack of knowledge that people have of what we do, to the point of to believe that that I go through my life looking for spaces on such. I mean, I cannot not look for spaces. And then people, haven't you looked for a space? Are you joking? This is all I do in my life is look for spaces.
We're always looking for a place to play. And
I go in, I give it a call, I say, "Hi."
Like,
yeah. Then that's my little hall. Are you a cute little space for me? Are you a cute little space that will give support to us?
It's your little call?
Yeah, it's a little call. It's a hello.
Okay.
And before I brutalize this.
Okay.
That's how I work.
Sorry, I kiss you so much. And I was saying to myself that I feel really stupid, but it's more that I don't feel bold because we're going home. We're going back to my mother's house in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's nothing stupid about you.
It makes me feel like a loser and a failure.
It makes us feel very somewhat cowardly.
Yeah, because 8 years ago when we got thrown out of the space, like 7 years ago, and our anniversary's coming up, right?
Yeah,
Your anniversary's
next
coming
week.
up on Friday.
We find that the numbers to be quite interesting, don't we? We think that is
8 years.
we are on 8 years. 8 is the octave, and in Gurdjieff's philosophy and all the different mystics, this is a very large change.
And what have we gained in that time?
Nothing.
Money.
Well, it's hard to know what money is. Money is an odd thing.
It can disappear at any.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say we gained anything in regards to money, because it's just really that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Money, but we're really talking about. Did we gain fans? Did we gain supporters? Did we gain a venue? Did we gain more venues? Did we gain weddings?
Well, we got married 3 years ago, and that's something that's different. We're different. We're better musicians. We're better at performing together.
It's a nice ensemble.
Yeah, we're really, really good at what we do. But does that...
Acting is powerful.
Yeah.
I would say that's one of the things that you can't get from a CD or a DVD, really. I mean, the people say, "Oh, I want a DVD," but they never get it. But really, it's that live experience. And the way music is now, live music may become extinct.
Be dead. Yeah. Yeah, we're one of the last people who do truly live.
Or should I say more original live music,
Yeah.
because people love to hear you do covers.
We don't have many friends. I'm really grateful that we have my mother and we have a place to go. We have another friend who's offered us a place in San Diego, but what would we be going to San Diego for? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it would just be to visit him, basically, because they won't let us play there either.
No, they
and
won't. There's
and-
no official thing about what we do. That's the problem. So nobody officiates us. Nobody gives us like actual. You now have this that says you can perform here, and we will stop anybody who bothers you.
We would love that. That would be
Don't have
something for
that.
somebody to do. I mean, people think that we're total beggars because we think we need help. But almost everybody who looks at this and who is living their life is getting help. They have a boss, or they have a this, or there's somebody's giving them money or something, and we work our butts off to get just a pittance, and we do it freely, and we do it
nothing.
as a public service.
Yeah, and as we now see that we've lost all of our spaces.
Yeah.
We've gained nothing from it.
Not a single thing.
Nobody has stepped up to do anything, and I feel like I should be crying and screaming, but instead I'm like almost laughing because it's just funny to me that we could just fall off the face of the earth. I mean, our work.
We have fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah, we don't. Our work doesn't exist anymore.
When we're not doing it, it
It's
doesn't
dead.
exist.
Yeah, even
And
on
it
our,
doesn't exist on those people's cameras that they steal.
Or even
they
on
steal
our
our music
vlogs.
with.
I don't even know why we're filming this right now.
We're filming it for posterity. Yeah, luckily we have each other.
Yeah.
I would be homeless without her for sure.
Yes.
Because I'm a total not. I ask you for any help.
No, he can't ask
person.
for help. I'm always asking people for help. I have no shame, and I hate getting rejected. I hate when people ignore me or don't respond to messages, don't call me back, don't write back to me, just like anybody else does. But I always ask people for help. I'm always asking people if they can help us.
It seems to be one of the truths about artists that they usually die in the gutter while people walk over them.
Yeah, some of the greatest artists in history.
That died in the gutter.
I'm really afraid that that's gonna be our life, and I don't want that to happen.
Or a death, or whatever.
I don't want to die. We have too much to give still. I mean, we have a show that we're trying to write. I don't know what
Well,
for.
it's more like we are writing the show.
Yeah.
Um,
What did I say?
You're trying to write.
Yeah, we are writing a show. But I don't know what for. I don't know where we would perform it.
No, there's no place to perform it, and
No.
and those little opportunities. We're thinking of America's Got Talent again, and the reason we're thinking of it is because and that is not a venue for us either. But there's something there.
Yeah, but there might
Stupid.
be people just being humiliated.
Yeah, we love dealing with imbeciles.
Yeah, and
To have a intelligent work and then to put it in front of imbeciles is exactly what we do on a regular basis. But these are
these
immensely
they're very wealthy
imbecilic imbeciles.
They're very
Yeah, wealthy imbeciles.
They have lots of
So
money.
they get to buy their imbecility.
imbecility. Yeah, we just don't. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I really am in shock that we're going home. I'm grateful we have somewhere to go, but I don't.
That is what the truth has to be, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm grateful.
We are grateful.
Oh, I'm gonna miss our sushi. We have a sushi place that we go to every Tuesday. We're gonna go there tomorrow night. I'm gonna miss. I mean,
Yeah, but everybody sees that.
we're probably
Miss Chapa.
never gonna go back. That's the problem.
That's the other thing that we're losing. We're having a lot of loss. One is that spot, but because we don't have the spot, there's no reason to come back here. Having
No.
not seen any place to play and trying quite a few places and saying
And trying
hello
to figure
a
out the
few.
problem. We can't figure out the
come back
problem.
here.
We can't come back. And it's been a home, and it's been a place where
We wanted even to live here.
we wanted to live here,
We wanted to live here. That's interesting for us.
and we can't. And the only thing we can do is just keep breathing.
That is a
Just
good
have to
point.
keep
We have to
breathing.
keep breathing.